I just love anime girls. They're all I can ever think about. Oh, anime girls. They're so incredible. Kawakami, Monica. Oh, God, it's all I can ever think about. I tell everyone that I like real girls, 3D girls, but I can't get enough of those big fat anime titties. Oh God, please take me to the anime realm. Somebody, anybody, please! Spoilers for Persona 4. You have been warned. Persona 4 is one of my favorite games. Yeah, big fucking surprise. I mean, you all saw my true self in the Midnight Channel, and now everyone knows that I like anime girls. Look, it's true, alright? I mean, I jerk it to 2D bitches every day, okay? I mean, God, it's not that big of a deal. So what if they're not real? So what if my body pillow can stand on its own now? I mean, so what if I tape a picture of Rise Kujikawa to my fleshlight? Do you have a problem with that? Huh? Well, no matter. Anyway, today I'm going to introduce my new series on this channel, Rate My Waifu, where I go through games or whatever and rate all the girls in them. Kind of like that Persona 5 video I did, but more refined. Now you might be asking, Trace, what makes a good waifu in Persona 4? Please impart your knowledge upon us. Now, I will say, the criteria will vary in every episode depending on the context, but for Persona 4, we're going to look at the voice acting, the English voice acting because I'm not that much of a weeb, their social link in the core game, their appearance in the anime, their personality, and of course, how fine these bitches are. Keep in mind, of course, that this is my opinion, so therefore it is 100% correct in every facet of possibility. I can never be wrong, so when I rank these waifus, it is law. I am descending from Mount Sinai with the knowledge of the divine. The great god, Nanako, deposited this knowledge upon me. Speaking of that, I won't be covering Hisano or Nanako. Hopefully I don't have to explain myself there. First up, Chie Satonaka. Now, Chie is an interesting case. When I first played Persona 4, I fucking hated Chie. I hated her stupid bowl haircut, her personality, everything. However, when I watched the anime and I started playing Golden, I started to truly appreciate her. There's a pretty obvious reason for this. The voice actor. In the original Persona 4, Chie is voiced by Tracy Rooney, and it doesn't fit at all. Her voice is soft, and it kind of reminds me of a middle-aged woman. However, when they changed to Erin Fitzgerald, it changed everything. Her performance perfectly matches Chie's personality, loud, bombastic, and full of energy. I mean, hell, Chie is the Chariot, an arcana defined by strength and confidence. When there's not that weird voice disconnect you get in the first game, Chie is really fun and really cute. Unfortunately, Chie's social link in the game is pretty dang boring. She just likes to kick things and wants to get better at kicking things. I mean, there's that brief part where she confronts those bullies and you get to decide whether or not to let her do what she wants with them, but other than that, nothing particularly interesting happens. Her anime appearance, though, is awesome. They really explore her character in the anime, her relationship with Yukiko, her passion for steak, and her constant energy. And she's pretty cute to boot. She's got that cute butt in those Spanx, and she's a bit lacking in the testicular area, but you know. If you like the tomboyish look, Chie is for you. I have a soft spot for it, but it's not my favorite. All things considered, Chie Satonaka gets an 8 out of 10. Pretty good. Not best girl, though. Next up to the ring is Yukiko Amagi. When I played Persona 4 for the first time, I really liked Yukiko. I kind of like the soft-spoken, elegant type. Yukiko is portrayed by Amanda Wynn Lee and the voice fits. It's soft and refined, but it's not the most incredible voice I've ever heard. She still sounds kind of older, which is kind of odd sometimes, but it's not as bad as Chie's was, so it gets a pass by comparison. Yukiko's social link, however, is much more interesting than Chie's. You get to witness Yukiko struggle with her predestined fate of running her family's inn when she gets older. At first, she's completely reluctant to take over the inn, but as her social link progresses, she realizes that the inn and the entire town of Inaba is home to her. She even defends the inn against the TV reporters that want to run a scoop on the death of Ms. Yamano. Yukiko's appearance in the anime, however, isn't quite as good as Chie's, since it doesn't add as much that wasn't already in the core game, other than the episode that was devoted to her relationship with Chie. That one episode was really good and provided a lot of insight into Yukiko's character, but in the entire rest of the anime, she falls kind of flat. Yukiko has a decent personality. She's quiet, feminine, and reserved, so if that gets your nuts quaking, then you'll like Yukiko. However, she has this really annoying trait where she'll laugh really fucking hard at literally anything, and it's more annoying than cute. Overall, her personality is kind of boring, but she has a lot of depth. And as far as looks go, I love her outfit. I mean, stockings are pretty dope, and I like the long, elegant black hair. She has a rather clean-cut look, so there's something to be appreciated about that. Overall, I'd give Yukiko a 7 out of 10. She's hot, she has a good social link, decent voice acting, but she's bogged down by a lackluster anime portrayal and kind of a boring personality. Next up, Margaret, and really I don't have much to say about her. She doesn't really do a lot in the games other than sit in the Velvet Room. I mean, I guess if you're into MILFs, then she'd be up your alley. I mean, she's pretty sexy in the dancing game. 5 out of 10, I guess. Not bad, not great. Right in the middle. Now, Ayane Matsunaga, the lowly trombone player. I'm assuming she has quite the fan base because she's a lowly. I mean, the voice acting is pretty much exactly what you expect for a lowly character, so I guess that's good. However, her social link is really, really boring, especially when you compare it to Yumi Ozawa's, who is the other choice for the Sun Arcana social link. I mean, all that you do is listen to her whine about how she can't play the trombone, and then she accepts that she can't play the trombone and decides that she still wants to play the trombone. I mean, I thought I'd have a soft spot for her, because I played trombone in high school, but no. She's so boring. It's the same in the anime. But I guess the part where she falls down and totally eats shit is pretty funny. I mean, she doesn't really have a personality besides being quiet and agreeable and liking music. But I guess if you like lollies, you'll think she's hot. But I don't like lollies, so I don't. 4 out of 10, moving on. Yumi Ozawa threw me for a loop. The first time I played the game, I went with band because I was in band, so I didn't get to experience her social link at all. Then she makes a really brief appearance in the anime for like 1 frame and doesn't have any dialogue, so I barely knew anything about her until my second playthrough of the game. I was expecting a simple social link like that of Ayane's, but with acting instead of trombone playing. However, it is nothing like that, so props to Atlas for not copy-pasting the social links. You start out thinking that the social link is going to be about acting, but it turns out to be about Yumi's relationship with her parents and how it totally changes when her father is dying. It's a crazy, sad ride, but I vastly preferred it over Ayane's. When you play this game, pick Drama Club. It's much more interesting. I mean, there's nothing too special about the voice acting for Yumi, but it's not bad. It's not just good either. I'm not going to count off for the anime portrayal, since I don't really think that'd be fair, because they just totally left her out, which I mean makes sense because you can only pick 1 culture club in the game, but why they went with Ayane is beyond me. I really do like Yumi's personality though. She's incredibly driven, but her passion has a reasoning behind it. She acts so that she can hide from reality. I never took much interest in acting, but I can assume for a lot of people who did it, that this hits pretty close to home. It's also really interesting seeing her grow through all of her trials. As far as looks go, I don't really think she's that attractive. I mean, I don't really like short hair, and her really pointy chin is kind of off-putting. And she has really small eyes. And she's kind of weirdly tall. So, Yumi gets a 7. Interesting personality. Threw me for a loop, but it's a great social link. But her voice acting is not that great, and she is not very cute. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you all. I fucking love Mean Girls. Not the movie, even though I like that too. I'm talking about just straight bitches. Girls that are just mean. They're not that fun to be in a relationship with, but god do they fucking turn me on. Like, please, yell at me. All of that to say, I fucking love Ai Ebihara. Her voice acting is perfect for a bitchy rich girl character. Her social link is interesting. I mean, you get to skip school with her, you learn about her crush on Ku, and you discover her deep-seated insecurities. I'm sure that a lot of you guys out there have been with a girl like I before, so it's nice to have a social link you can relate to. She's a huge pain in the ass, but it gets my nuts fucking quaking, and her portrayal in the anime is just awesome. The episode about her is probably my favorite episode, and that scene where she smacks the shit out of Chie is just fucking priceless. Like I said, I love the mean girl personality, and she's ridiculously hot. I mean, sure, she's got a big forehead, but it's just more surface area for you to come on. 9 out of 10. But is she best girl? I wish that at my part-time job in high school, I got to fuck a hot nurse. I mean, that is dope as fuck. When you start Sayoko's social link, you just get to fuck her a bunch of times. At least I'm pretty sure that's what happens. It's pretty heavily implied, and I like to think that my man Yunaro Kami is getting plenty of sweet anime puss, so I'm gonna go with that. Her voice actor is pretty average, nothing too special, but the mischievous vibe you get from it is pretty sweet. Her social link isn't that interesting, other than the very beginning where you just get to fool around with this mysterious nurse, and it's awesome. I mean, you get to discover some more things about her, but nothing really noteworthy. Just pretty much what you'd expect from a doctor character. I will say though, Sayoko fits the Devil Arcana perfectly. Mischievous, sexually deviant, and rather negative. I like her in the anime. She's a bit more rounded, you get to see a little more of her, but she doesn't get a lot of screen time. She is pretty attractive though. Her personality is rather fresh, her being flirty, outgoing, but hardworking and full of purpose. I'll give Sayoko Uehara a 6 out of 10. Eri Minami isn't really anything incredibly special. She's kinda like Margaret, pretty neutral, but if you like MILFs, then she's hot. She had a nice appearance in the anime, but there's not really much to say about her. 5 out of 10, cute, MILFs are nice, she's pretty inoffensive. Now, the one you've all probably been waiting for. The Fortune, the Detective Prince, Fun Bags, the Reverse Trap, Naoto Shirogane. Personally, I kinda think she's overrated. I am really not a fan of reverse traps. Regular traps now, hey, that's pretty good, but not reverse traps. Sure, she's got huge tits, and that's great and all, but I cannot get past the weird blue boyish haircut. She definitely has a really interesting role in the game, being crucial to solving the case and whatnot, and the beauty pageant is a fun scene with her. I also really like the part where they discover that she has huge tits. Her voice actor, excluding the anime, does a really good job portraying Naoto. And she has an interesting personality. She's a great character, don't get me wrong, but I just don't find her attractive in a waifu way. Sorry, but she's an awesome character, so I'll give her a 7 out of 10. Last up is the one, the only, the idol, the lovers, Risei Kujikawa. Good fucking lord, friends, what can I say? Her shadow is a stripper. A fucking stripper. You get to watch this bitch dance on a pole in a bikini. Her voice actor gives her that cute, innocent, yet still sexy sound. Her body is phenomenal. Her attraction to you throughout the whole game is to die for. And must I mention Persona 4 Dancing All Night, where she might as well be the main character. To make matters even better, her personality is interesting, and her social link isn't half bad. It's incredibly intriguing to watch her struggle with her identity crisis, her initial want to seclude herself from the spotlight, and then her decision to return to her calling. Her anime portrayal is wonderful, and I couldn't ask for anything more in a Persona waifu. 10 out of 10. 10 out of fucking 10. Best girl. So, what'd you think? Which Persona waifu is best? Obviously it's Risei Kujikawa, but if you have a different opinion, please let me know. And also let me know what you'd like to see in the next episode of Rate My Waifu. Until then, goodbye, and keep jerking it to anime girls.